Hey everyone, it's Alex the Real Mr. Robinson here. So this is a different kind of video. I'm about to head up to Santa Cruz because, for a couple reasons. One, I'm going to visit my brother for his graduation. But the other thing, is that it's been 5 years since I made my first movie review on YouTube. And it all started up in Santa Cruz at my college, UC Santa Cruz. So I figured just to make the video here to honor the place that I started the whole YouTube movie review thing, because it's a great college. And without that place and without the people I met, I don't think I would be reviewing movies on YouTube. So yeah, let's hit the road. Usually I consider Universal Studios Hollywood to be like the marker, my personal marker for when I'm officially back home or when I'm about to leave to go out of town. So yeah, that's, I don't know why. It's just something that I've always it's always stuck with me in my mind that as a kid, when you see Universal Studios, you know you're back home.
So yeah, you guys saw the introduction to this video, but let me take you back to the present time. I was actually up in Santa Cruz in the middle of June for my younger brother's graduation from UC Santa Cruz, the college that I attended, and it was the place where I started reviewing movies on YouTube. And if you go to the About section of my channel, you'll see that the channel was created on April 20th, 2013, 420, so whether or not I was high when I made the channel is totally up for debate, but also the very first video I made was on that date. However, that was not the first video I made where I talked about movies on YouTube. My reviews go back as far as June 2012, so I have technically been reviewing movies for over 5 years. Those reviews can be found on my old channel, Alex Robinson, that I'll put a link for in the description below. But I felt like while I was up in Santa Cruz celebrating my brother's graduation, I decided to make this video and shoot a bunch of footage up there because I owe a lot to this college and Santa Cruz as a whole, because the town itself is a very small, really amazing beach town. It's mainly full of college students and older people, but it's just such a nice place. You got the beach, you got the view of Monterey, you have the Boardwalk amusement park, which is awesome. Santa Cruz itself is just a great place to explore, and there's a lot to do for the tiny town that it is. Alright, this here's the Fun Center Casino slash arcade, laser tag, prize center, food, and most importantly, restrooms. Ooh. God, these gray raptors are fast. Like, the red ones are fine, but look how fast these things come in. Oh god! Oh god! Okay, got one shot left. No! It was a log that killed me. But to go back up to UC Santa Cruz, a lot of people have mixed opinions on whether going to college is worth it. And I would definitely say it is worth it. Sure, it's expensive. Sure, you have the student loans. But without college, you wouldn't be able to meet all the people that you'd end up being good friends with. And plus, some of those people might be incredibly important in your job, depending on which major you studied in. And if you met those people within that major. For me personally, with UC Santa Cruz, it's a place for inspiration. I actually had wanted to do movie reviews on YouTube for a long time, long before I ever started doing them on my old channel. I just never mustered up the courage or inspiration to do so. I actually wanted to do movie reviews since 2009. And then sometime later I tried to do a review for Iron Man 2 when it came out in theaters, but I just never had the courage to do it. And I just didn't like the way I sounded. I didn't know if I would be good enough to do movie reviews. But then once I went to UC Santa Cruz, I met a bunch of people. I became a more social person, and through all that, it made me muster up the courage to actually just get in front of a camera and talk about movies. The very first movie review I ever did was for Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Just the fact that I have to think I have to think about this movie again. Ugh. And I know Jeremy Jahns made that his first review when it came out in theaters, and without that movie there'd be no Jeremy Jahns. But the reason I reviewed Transformers Revenge of the Fallen is I wanted to review a movie that I despised and a movie that I loved. I wanted the two first movies that I reviewed to kind of show off my taste in movies. And then since then, I've just been reviewing all random movies as much as I could. And UC Santa Cruz has always been a place of inspiration because it's a beautiful college campus. It inspires me to go out, hang out with people, do things outside, more than LA ever could. And the more I kept doing these reviews, and once I fully started my time at UC Santa Cruz, my reviews start getting acknowledgement from students around the campus, which is really amazing when you think about it, that these college kids have discovered my channel, and they aren't people that I haven't even met. They're just people that go to the same college that I do. I really didn't have a direct, path on what I wanted to do with these movie reviews. I mean, it's not till many years later where I found my footing. So I just got in front of a camera and just talked nonstop about movies. And I wasn't the best at it. I admit, when you first start out, there's editing issues. You pause a lot to think about it, but you don't edit the pauses out. It could get really awkward. In fact, when I watch some of these older reviews, I cringe. I really do think this movie's been treated unfairly. I mean, it could be worse. We could have giant sand testicles underneath the Sandman like Devastator in Transformers 2. But I did a lot of fun stuff with them. It's actually a little hot in here. I'm gonna open a window for a second. There we go. Holy shit! The area that I first started doing my movie reviews was what's called College 10. UC Santa Cruz has different colleges, 10 different colleges, that sort of is the equivalent of the 4 houses at Hogwarts, and College 10 was where it all started. It all started at College 10, where I did the movie reviews. I hung out with my roommates, and some of them unintentionally got in the way of my older movie reviews. Before I take off, I just want to briefly say that,
Penis!
well, that too. But back then, I just played along. It was the first place where I actually discovered the Slender Man and decided to do, let's say, amateur Let's Plays of Slender, the 8 pages, or as it was known back then, Slender. It was all a bunch of good times, and I did that when I was taking courses during the summer. But my movie reviews didn't really get into full gear. I didn't really start taking them a little more seriously until I started my very first year at Porter College. This place is the true inspiration for me. All the people that I made friends with that first year were transfer students like me. They were all very relatable, we all got along, and it was the place where I finalized my rating system. It was the place where I officially went out of my way to go see movies and review as many of them as possible, whether they be new or old. And it was the place where I did my run of Godzilla reviews, one Godzilla review for every day in February, which is a task that I am still kind of surprised that I managed to do and be consistent with every day. And it's just been really fun. And then we come to this channel. The very first video I ever did was in this place right here. It's this small study room in the transfer dorms where I stayed in for my first year. So this area is Porter College, and it's a very special place for me because this is where I started this whole channel. It was purely by accident or dumb luck. Basically what happened is I got a copyright strike on my old channel for some video that you're never gonna see, and I wasn't allowed to do videos that were over 15 minutes, so I decided to create a brand new channel and solely dedicate it to movie reviews. So it was created on April 20th, 2013, right over there in that second floor balcony. And the first video was top 10 favorite superhero movies, and from there on out, I've just been continuously putting out content, and it all started right here. So once again, without UC Santa Cruz, I don't think I would have ever been able to be where I am today in terms of making these videos. Earlier this year, I hit 2,000 subscribers, which by YouTube standards, again, is not that big, but when you just look at the number, that's pretty impressive. And I will continue to make these videos for as long as I feel the passion to do so. And without UC Santa Cruz, I wouldn't become the person that I am right now. Thanks to all the people I've met, thanks to just being around the beautiful campus, there have just been so many points of inspiration that I'm forever grateful. And that's why I make this video, to really give my thanks to UC Santa Cruz and just everyone that I've met along the way. So for all the content creators on YouTube, I want to ask you, what was the thing that made you want to make the videos that you're making on your channel right now? What continues to inspire you as time goes on? What gives you that drive, that motivation to just continue going, even if it's just for entertainment purposes and you're not making a profit off of it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd really love to read your responses. And for all the people who are subscribed to my channel and watch all my videos, thank you so much. I am forever grateful for your continuous support. Thank you to everyone who I've met during my time at UC Santa Cruz, and the people out there that I'm lucky enough to call my friends, because without you guys and without the great environment that we've had to live in and study in, I wouldn't have been making these kinds of videos. This channel would not exist, and I would not be going down the path that I'd be going down. So for all of you out there, thank you so much. I hope you continue to watch my videos, and until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one.